When most people think of space billionaires, they imagine high-profile launches, ambitious promises, and viral sound bites. But while Elon Musk and SpaceX often dominate the spotlight, Jeff Bezos and Blue Origin have taken a different path, one marked by patience, precision, and persistence. Blue Origin began quietly. Founded in the early 2000s in Kent, Washington, the company spent over a decade developing spaceflight technologies behind closed doors. Unlike Virgin Galactic, which leaned on media attention and investor hype, Blue Origin operated in near silence, focused more on engineering than headlines. Their motto, Gradatim Ferociter, means step by step, ferociously. And true to that ethos, every move they've made has been measured and deliberate. In 2009, Blue Origin accepted a contract from NASA and began publishing sparse updates. But it wasn't until 2015 that they really began to speak publicly about their ambitions. And those ambitions had remained steady since Bezos's childhood: to create the infrastructure that allows millions of people to live and work in space. Their first major vehicle was the New Shepard, a suborbital rocket designed for space tourism and research. Named after Alan Shepard, the first American in space, this rocket wasn't built for Mars, but it was a proof of concept. New Shepard launched successfully multiple times, carrying payloads and eventually passengers just past the edge of space and back. These flights proved that reusable autonomous rocket systems could become routine. They also gave Blue Origin the confidence to pursue bigger dreams. Enter New Glenn, a massive orbital-class rocket named after John Glenn, the first American to orbit Earth. Designed to rival Falcon 9 and Starship, New Glenn represents Blue Origin's move into heavy lift capability and interplanetary missions. Though delayed, the vehicle is still in active development, with a powerful 7-engine first stage, a payload capacity to low Earth orbit of over 45 tons, and reusability at its core. The goal is to make spaceflight sustainable, frequent, and eventually affordable. But Blue Origin's ambitions don't stop at Earth orbit. Bezos envisions settlements in space, orbital habitats modeled after the O'Neill cylinder concept, massive rotating stations with artificial gravity, agriculture, and entire cities in the sky. Why orbital stations and not Mars? According to Bezos, Earth is the best planet in the solar system. Rather than terraform other worlds, he proposes moving heavy industry and manufacturing off-planet, leaving Earth zoned residential and light industry, as he once put it. Mars, for Blue Origin, is part of a broader ecosystem of space infrastructure. Still, the technologies they're building, engines, habitats, lunar landers, and life support systems, are directly applicable to Mars. And their collaboration with NASA's Artemis program, including the development of the Blue Moon lander, positions them as key players in the human return to the Moon, an essential stepping stone to Mars. Infinity Beyond sees this as a necessary complement to SpaceX's bolder approach. Where Musk aims to send thousands of people to Mars as soon as possible, Bezos envisions a system of sustainability and support, built slowly but built to last. Together, these visions form a powerful synergy, one pushing boundaries, the other building the infrastructure beneath it. Blue Origin also brings a different tone to the conversation. While Musk often frames Mars colonization as essential to humanity's survival, Bezos emphasizes expansion and opportunity. He imagines 1 trillion humans living in the solar system, supported by a thriving economy and energy harvested from space. To some, this sounds utopian or even hubristic, but it's rooted in real concern. Bezos, a longtime advocate for energy sustainability, believes Earth cannot support unlimited growth. The answer, in his mind, is not restriction, but relocation. Space isn't a backup plan, it's a continuation. and Blue Origin is building the tools to make that happen. Yet challenges remain. Critics argue that Blue Origin has been too slow, missing key launch deadlines and falling behind competitors. The battle between Blue Origin and SpaceX over NASA contracts has also drawn scrutiny, with lawsuits and delays clouding their public image. But behind the headlines, progress continues. The BE-4 engine, developed in-house, will soon power both New Glenn and United Launch Alliance's Vulcan Centaur rocket. Their vertical integration strategy means they design, test, and build almost everything in-house, ensuring quality but also increasing complexity. In time, Blue Origin may emerge not just as a rocket company, but as an ecosystem builder, crafting the highways, stations, and outposts that make the space economy possible. As the space race shifts from flags and footprints to infrastructure and permanence, Blue Origin's slow and steady strategy could prove vital. While SpaceX races to Mars, Blue Origin may quietly build the fuel depots, cargo relays, and orbital stations that support a growing interplanetary network. And when the first permanent colony on Mars begins to take shape, don't be surprised if it's powered by Blue Origin engines, supplied by New Glenn flights, and stabilized by technologies born in Bezos's quiet labs.